Oh, snap. I'll show you how to fix it. Here's the thing that's broken most likely in your power window. Here's the power window motor. Sits in here. We're going to change it on this Mazda 5. This is a 2014. So let's do it. The very first thing is we get coffee, because coffee is important. Push this little tab in and push it up. You don't want to break all these tabs. Door handle. Okay, now we got to pop this bottom panel off, and all you do is really just pull on it. You could use something like this if you're really worried about your finish. I usually use a screwdriver. Just get underneath it. Give her a yank. Okay, that's it. And now we have to disconnect the controls here, which we want to be careful doing this. Just like before, pop that out, pretty simple. And this one here pushes forward, nope, it's pretty simple too. There it is. All right, all in one piece. Okay, I've got this clamp, safe on glass, and I'm gonna put that up here to hold the window. Hopefully it will hold it. And we'll start undoing the motor mounts now. Okay. Funny thing is, I was just in here not long ago, like a month ago. You can see so far this is pretty simple. Okay, now I gotta watch this window. I don't think it's gonna fall though. With this on it, I hope it doesn't. Now I gotta remember how this goes. Just pull this right out. It's holding the window good. So before I even, well here, I'll do the connection quickly. Okay. Put the new one in. Let's get that thing right in there quickly. Oh, what was that? Did you hear that? Something happened. Oh, that piece fell out. It went back in there. Okay. Well, the screws go into it and hold it. Man, as long as this window doesn't move, I should be good. I'm going to try to push this back out. Okay, now I've got my arm in that hole, and what I'm doing is I'm holding against this because it just wants to fall back in there. So I got the camera positioned, so hopefully you can see what I'm doing, and hopefully this goes quickly. Everything looks good. Doesn't seem to want to sit in there. I can't really turn that. Okay, there we go. But, oh yeah, it's not, these aren't lined up. So I don't want to move the window. I don't want to risk with the window. And I've got this guy here. If that wasn't there, I could easily get this. I could just turn it and spin it. It's like an extra anchor for this as it's turning. So let's try it again. I won't tell you this is comfortable for my left arm. Okay, come on, get right in. There, that's right in there. We might have to turn the motor a little bit. Yeah, we're going to have to turn the motor a little bit. So here's what we're going to do. I'll turn the ignition on, and I'll have to connect the... That is such a pain. I'll have to connect the window switch, and I'll just spin this, and hopefully it'll land where it needs to go. So we'll hook this back up. I believe it's this big one right here. I don't really want to do it all the way. I guess I got to, so it'll hold it in. I gotta turn the ignition on. Okay, now this should move. There. You know what? I'll just leave this connected till I get this in. It's all gear reduction. All right. Get my arm back in the uncomfortable hole. And hopefully it lines up now. If it doesn't, I'll just push it and we'll get it. Oh, look at that. First time out. Good. Come on, why aren't you going in? Something wrong? Is something wrong? I don't think so. It's in there. Let me take a look. I gotta go into that. Okay. It's sitting in there good. All right, let's get this over with. Having trouble getting it right in that. Oh, I think I got something. I think I got it. Still holding the back of it. Okay. So you might have to spin it. I wouldn't try cranking on it. You'll probably end up breaking the plastic gear on it. Just plug that thing back in, the buttons. You can easily turn it. This is a pretty easy job. Snug it, not too tight. You want to strip it, but you don't want it loose either. Okay, now let's take this off. Where are we? We'll take this off the window. And the ignition is still on, so we can test it. So we got our button here. Oh, look at that. The wife will be so happy. Perfect. The last time I was in here, there was like this little piece that went in here. I want to cover that. I'm just going to use some tape because having this hole here is going to make more noise in the cabin. So I'm just going to use this as what I have, and I'll just cut it out to match, get it over there. All right, that's pretty good. I did it one way and then the other way. I can always pull it off if I need to come in here again, which I hope isn't too soon. I don't want to do this too soon. Okay, now there's another thing. See this guy? That's what holds this guy on. So we got to get him off. I got a couple of different ways to do that. If you have a tool like this, some kind of side cutters work good, or something like this. This is kind of a stubby pair, but then you could go like this because you kind of want to save them if you can. Just want to pull them out. Here's what it looks like. You see that? I don't know if you can see that, but I think is there one more? No, only one came out. So we'll put that back on the door, and then we can start putting this door back on. So there's that clip, and it goes right here. So we just slide that in. If you can. See the other clips. A lot of times they break. You see there's a bunch of them. A lot of times they break. And you can go without one or two of them. It's not the end of the world. So now we're going to put this door back up. Oh! We're going to pull the wires. We'll put them through here where they go. Real simple. And we got this is the wire for the door locks. We'll put that in there. And this guy, the tweeter, we'll just let that hang over here. So what we got to do, there's this lip here. This piece sits down into this lip. It's simple. There it is. Okay. And now all those clips, just like that. Real easy. Okay. This guy is still plugged in. We'll fit it in how it goes. Boom. So the first thing we'll do this, the door lock, and that just simply plugs right back in. Alright. And then you pull the handle out a bit. It's got to go through here. Obviously. Pretty simple. Hang on a second. This front end, I believe, goes in first. There. That's it. Pretty simple. Okay, now we're going to put this in. Very simple. Just everything plugs back in. Real easy. You can see how easy. This job is pretty easy. Okay. Sits back in here. Nope. What's the problem? What's the problem here? Now, the front end has to go in first. This side here. Push it down and in. And now we take our slightly rusted screw and we put the screw in here, which holds it in place. There is a little beauty cover. I don't know where it is. I don't look down in there, so I don't need the little beauty cover. I just look in the mirror. Okay, that was a bad joke. All right, look at that. Let's put the key in and give her a test. Oh, look at that. Okay, let's just test the mirror, make sure it's working okay. Of course it is. The other side. Yep. And the other windows. And the door locks. Perfect. It's working perfect. So it was that easy. That probably was a 20-minute job. Maybe 30 if I was taking my time. You know, it took a little longer here because I was manipulating the camera and the tripod and all that stuff. Let's just Google what it costs to change one of these guys. A window regulator. Let's just Google it just to see. Wow. If it's anywhere near that, that's just highway robbery. Anyway, I hope this helped you out, and if it did, maybe you could do something for me. Thanks, I appreciate that. Till next time, keep fixing your own stuff if possible. There's so many YouTube videos on different things. It's, you know, it's like I put back brakes on this just a little while ago and I couldn't get the calipers to compress. I went on YouTube, figured out how to do it. It's like so easy. You know, when I was a kid, you didn't have anything like this. When I was a kid, you didn't even have cell phones. But anyway, that's a story for another day. Take care, everybody. See you next time.